What's up, everybody? What's up? Humble here. We're going to pen some paper today. We've got a bunch of people in chat already. Let's run the list. Let me scroll all the way up. You guys have been pretty active in chat. Wolf Metals, what's going on? Playing in dirt? Yeah, that's right, brother. We got remote viewer. Scott, how you doing? I saw your text. Tomorrow, I'm going to have my daughter, but Sunday, I'm going to still do the metal mob. I still want you to come up and do that mail call, if that's cool. You're completely cool with that. I'm sorry that I missed you last night. Richard Metcalf, what's going on? Let's see here. We got High-Low Stacker. What's up? What's up? OC Omega. How you doing, buddy? OC Omega's always commenting on every single one of my lives. I appreciate that. Joyce McCullough, how are you tonight? Let's see. We've got Richard Metcalf in the house. Bear, what's going on? Ozark Ridge Runner, how you doing, buddy? Let's see who else we got. Hidden numismatist. Excuse me, humble. Tap, tap, tap. Why would you pan dirt? Aren't you got something better than pan? No, I'm gonna pan dirt. I could pan some catfish, but I'm gonna pan dirt. Let's see here. Who else we got? Heaven's Fire. How are you tonight? Appreciate you for coming by. Texas Raider. What's going on, buddy? Swag Dad, what's going on, buddy? I do see your text message. I saw your text or your email, not your text. I saw your email. You should text me instead of emailing, okay? It's easier to get a hold of me text-wise. Let's pan some dirt. That's right, Nick. Let's do it. Angela Sparks, how are we doing tonight? We've already got 22 people in chat already, 14 likes. Let's fucking go. All right, so first things first, whenever we're panning, we always classify. I don't know if you guys are familiar with panning at all, but we're just going to knock this out. So what we're going to do is we're going to find some gold. We got a 1 gram gold guaranteed bag from the Gold Baron Pay Dirt. Gold Baron's a really close friend of mine. When you guys said you wanted to see me pan some dirt, I literally texted him and he sent it the next day for me. That's how awesome he is. Yeah, buddy, it's pajama pant night. Hey, you guys, I'm chilling. I actually took my work clothes off and just got comfortable before tonight's stream. So this is the first time that I'm ever really all this comfortable. So, and we're just chilling on the couch at the table. I got the big screen going on in front of me so I can see everything going on in chat. John, how you doing tonight? Appreciate everybody for being here. Laura R, how are you? Vanessa Holmes, what's going on? Resin, what's going on, buddy? If I missed anybody, I didn't mean to. Trust me. That's right, Angela. We're going to play in some dirt. Pans. I pan with a $5.99 jobber off of Amazon. Okay. Other people pan with pans that are more like this, with bigger ridges and smaller ridges. The reason I don't like this pan is it swirls and goes small. Some of them are straight ridges that are smaller, like this one, which would be beneficial, but I don't like this one. So I really just use this one. And this will be the one I use tonight. It's just a simple double bumper. And I'll be honest with you, you need to season your pan. Okay? The way you season your pan is with a Brillo pad, some soap and some water. What's going on, Block Blockas? How you doing? If you guys are coming in chat, I'm not seeing you. April Davis, how are you? Chat's flying by pretty quick. but you want to go ahead and you want to scour it and make it so you wash the film off of them that they put on them when they make them, so they don't stick together when they stack them all up. So the worse the pan looks, the better it normally does. This one's been seasoned rather well. I've used it to pan a lot of dirt out of, so it catches the gold rather well. And you'll see me doing some panning tonight, just kind of watching. First things first is you classify. The reason I don't use a wire brush resin is because a wire brush can create grooves more than steel wool can or some fine sandpaper. But ultimately, I went into the driveway, grabbed a bunch of dirt and gravel, and seasoned this the old-fashioned way. Just rubbing dirt and rubbing gravel into it and doing it over and over and over again until it finally made it to where it was seasoned rather well. And I've used it quite a bit, so that helps a bit. So first things first, we're going to open the bag. We're going to open it up, see what's inside, see how she looks. Hi, Me, what's going on, buddy? I know you over on the other stream. I appreciate you popping by, bro. But with dirt, you always classify it. So you always got a bag. It's got rocks in it. You put it in a strainer like this. Now the gold bearing sends a vial every time to store your gold in. And the way you classify is you just literally just shake this and get all the bigger rocks separated from the dirt, the smaller, finer dirt. I'm going to put that in this bigger one here. Actually, we're going to change this up a little bit. You don't want to put too much in there because it's going to be really heavy because there's sand and dirt and rocks. So you put enough to manage it where you can stratify and classify it rather well, and then you just dump the rest over in another pan. If you don't have another pan, any dish will work essentially. So essentially what we're doing is we're just separating the rocks from the dirt. The reason I'm doing this is, dirt and rocks get stuck in there, pieces of sand, so just cleaning it out the best that you can to make sure that it's fresh and ready for the next time you use it. So now we got two piles. We've got minus kitchen strainer and kitchen strainer, because that's essentially all that is a kitchen strainer. The gold baron's really good with his bags. The bags that he uses don't have crevices in there, so you don't have to worry about losing gold. So that's really good about the bags that he uses. They're sealed all the way around to create a small pouch instead of crevices. So you don't have to worry about any flour, gold, or anything else being stuck in there. However, we will still rinse this out no matter what. So what he does is he goes to his gold claim. He digs the dirt out of the claim itself, because I was with him while he did this one time. I have a video of me panning gold on his gold claim and finding gold, as a matter of fact. So essentially, he takes that dirt, makes the pay dirt with it, and then adds just over a gram of regular dirt or regular gold to it to make it so it's a guaranteed, 1 full gram guaranteed. So that's how he makes sure that happens. Now, sometimes you get a bag where he peppers it with a little more, a little less. I know LBS is live right now. Isn't that crazy? Like, why would you run at the same time I run? But that's all right. So it is what it is. So, yeah, we've got kitchen strainer and minus kitchen strainer. This stuff we always pan last because it takes longer because there's a lot more of it. So, essentially, what we're going to do is we're going to bring our gold pan over. Now, this is a basin and another gold pan inside of it. And the reason I use two, you'll see why in a second here. Okay. Now, you always put water in there, but you always see how there's like soap in there, but that's not soap. That is jet dry. Hidden, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, who cares? I know. So Dawn works good too. The reason you put something in there is you need a surfactant to help break the surface tension of the water to make it so the gold doesn't float away. Now you say, why would gold float away? Gold, if it's super floury, it can float away with the water because it won't have the opportunity to sink. So what this does is it makes it so when you stratify, the gold won't float. It'll actually sink to the bottom of the pan where it's supposed to be. Yes, April, I will do that. That's not a problem at all. I see you, Scott. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to pan the plus kitchen strainer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in this. Now this is Skylar, my daughter. This is her gold pan. Look at that. What is that right there? Look at that little Valcambi up in there. Little silver gram up in the dirt. How about that for a bonus, huh? Hidden, you were just saying that you why would I be panning dirt? You already said you made a big old thing about why would I be panning dirt. I'll be panning dirt because there's a gram of gold in here and a gram of silver. Look at that. Pretty badass. Love me about Camby. Thank you, Gold Baron, for the extra silver. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take some of this. We're going to throw it in here. We're going to wash some rocks. Okay? Get some water in there and shake it back and forth. This is called stratifying. Now, the reason you do this is even though there's rocks, heavy things in there, gold is still heavier than that stuff, even the smaller pieces. So when you stratify, you shake it back and forth, it moves all that, gives it room so the gold can fall to the bottom. Because essentially what I'm doing is on this side, I'm trapping that gold in the crevice like this. Now this is pretty clean. The reason I have two basins is because normally if it's muddy, like that might be, if it's muddy, I'll pour the water off into separate basins so this still stays clean. That way the water stays clean. But this is pretty good. I'm just going to wash with it. So right now that we're stratifying, okay, we're going to pour the water out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to wash it like this. And what that's going to do is it's going to give all those rocks the opportunity to move with the water. Stratify some more. Normally wash about 4 or 5 times before I stratify again, because as you see the rocks stop moving after about the 4th or 5th one. Plus it also gives you opportunity to move the gold back down into that crevice. And the reason you see me washing it the way I am is I'm not worried about the gold washing out because I got the surfactant and it's already sunk to the bottom there. So I'm just, every time I do this, I'm just making it easier for the bigger rocks and the lighter material to move right off the top when I do this. Surfactant, that is correct. Nobody's here with me, guys. I'm talking to you guys. I'm hoping and you can hear me. Give me a 5x5 if you can hear me. There we go. And I could effectively just move that big rock, this one here, stratify again and start over. You're getting to the point where you're going to want to go a little slower. Because even though gold is heavy, it can still wash out if you're not careful. Having the right angle is good. Essentially what you're going to want is you'll want the pan to sit pretty level as you're washing out so the rocks just kind of go over the bumpers and wash out naturally just with the flow of the water. Now it's to a point where I would take it and it's called panning it back. So you shake it like this, pull it back, and you have all this water down here. You don't want that much water. You want about a quarter inch in a gap of about 2.5 inches or so. Nice little smile, but not too much. And you wash it forward and back. And you see the rocks kind of moving as I go. You don't want to go too much. Keep it nice and level. Okay, and you'll see the lighter material wash away. Okay. You got these bigger rocks right here keeping things from moving. So we're just going to move those out of the way a little bit. A couple more bigger rocks here. We're just going to kind of touch things, kind of move them around some. Take these ones, move them down. Oop. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Check that out. Look at that. Gold, baby. Gold. That's what I'm talking about right there, you guys. Do I recycle the water? There's nothing to recycle for. It literally just goes outside when I'm done with it. That is a good pan for the first pan. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's called a snuffer. Squeeze it. Right? You want it to get all the dirt away, which I just did a second ago. If you put the water towards the front and tap, the gold will go in the direction you're tapping. So if I'm holding it here and I tap it this way, the gold will move that way. Right? So if you tap it forward, it'll centralize in one spot. Take your snuffer bottle, add suction, squeeze. Gold's in the container here. No more gold in the pan. We'll wash these rocks the rest of the way out. Start with a clean pan. Dump some more in. No, my 11-year-old has her own vial of gold. She loves to pan. So let's wash some more rocks. See if we can find some more shiny. No, I don't split every rock open. This is just regular old creek rock, river rock. I saw what he does. There's not going to be gold in any of this. And the reason I know that is because these are not gold-bearing rocks for starts. When you're talking about the gold and the claim that he has a placer gold claim. It's not a lode claim. Now, there's a difference between the two. Placer gold, you find a lot of flour gold in smaller chunks because that's gold that's been washed down from the glaciers and things like that. When you're talking about rocks like you're talking about hidden, those rocks are done in a mine, and that's a lode claim, which are two different things. Alright, so let's pan this one back. See what we got in here. So I got all the big rocks on the first pan, it looks like. Ooh, look at that, you guys. You guys see what I see? Look at that. More gold. Yep. See, that's what I'm talking about, you guys. I love panning for gold because there's nothing like washing some rocks, washing some dirt away in your gold pan and finding chunks of gold. Just amazing. Now, the gold that he's been putting in his bags, 22 karat. Squeeze, create the suction, got the water, and like a vacuum, sucks it up. She's all gone. Gold's not in the pan. Sometimes I always get just a double check. Now, after I'm done, I let this stuff dry out. I will pan it one more time just to make sure I didn't leave anything behind. It's all right, Hidden. My daughter understands it. She's 11, but I get that some people's learning curves are different. You guys see something? I see something. Right there, there is a hunk of gold. Like I said, I understand that people's learning curves are different, but come on, bro, you're killing me here. There's a lot of natural debris in this bag right here, so you can see that he actually just scoops it right from the river and puts it right in the pan. Now, this is when I would dump the water on the outside so it doesn't muddle up this, but I already missed some of it. don't know about a nugget, but it's definitely a pretty good sized flake. We call that a picker. If you can pick it up out of the pan, it's called a picker. There's a pretty good piece. There's something in there. I can see it. We're going to be washing that away here in just a second. You guys will be seeing what I'm looking at. Now this stuff is easier to pan because it's bigger. So do keep in mind, when I pan that stuff, it'll be a bit slower and the gold will be smaller. But there will be gold, I guarantee it. This is how, so 97% of the gold in the world, you guys, is small flour gold that looks like sand. The bigger chunks and things like that, that's 3% of the world's gold. So when you see those big old gold nuggets and all that other stuff, those are rare things. Trust me, they're very rare. So we're going to pan this back and we're going to see if we can find us some gold. And, you know, going fast doesn't do anything but make it so you miss gold. Patience is a virtue when you're doing this, so you must be patient. And if you buy a bag of pay dirt and for some reason you don't find the amount that's guaranteed in there, pay it again, because most of the time you missed it, especially when it's from somebody like Gold Baron or Troubled One pay dirt or somebody else like that, because they have it guaranteed on there. You got some pretty good chunks up there, actually. Nice and slow, making sure you're still moving rocks, and you are, because I can see them moving here, right? So these are moving out of the way. Little rocks that are in the gold still are moving out of the way. Tapping it forward helps separate the rocks and the gold, if there are any up there. And then making sure that your gold and your dirt are separated. So we are good there. So now let's go ahead and tap this forward. Get all the gold in one spot. Create our suction. No more gold. We're good to go. No, not bad at all so far, right, Richard? What's going on, Blaine? So yeah, we've got quite a few pickers in here so far. At this point, we're getting ready to start dipping into the actual Midas kitchen strainer stuff. Leave that out so that can be noticed. Now, essentially what I do at this point, and I don't know if you guys noticed, you know my silver shovel, right? Well, it's a copy of this. So I was panning dirt one night. It depends on how big of a bag you buy, Texas Raider. It really does. But honestly, when I buy a bag from Baron, I know that he's going to send me what it's supposed to have. And I just tell him how much gold I want. He sends me it and then invoices me. So I mean, essentially, what happens is uh, he sells it for like, I don't know how much this actual bag's gonna cost me right now, but it's about 150 to 160 for the gold itself, and then he has to pay for his dirt and everything else. I think the last bag I bought from him was 175. Hey Blaine, um, you got my number, man. If you want to call me, call me. Scott says quarter gram and full gram pay dirt's available. That's a good bag. But Swag Dad, call me. Don't buy it until after the stream. Call me after the stream. Goldburn's really good. He's got really good dirt. Yeah, bro. If you got my number, seriously, if you got my number, okay? Just don't be afraid to take advantage, please. Okay, please. Doesn't matter what time it is, anything else like that. Just okay. So I was scooping some dirt like this into the pay dirt pan here. Where I'm gonna, and Cartier says, "Hey, Humble, I can pour you one of those out of silver." And I said, "Really?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "How cool would that be? A silver shovel scooping gold pay dirt." And I see how dirty the water got. So now I will dump that one out like that. And not really fast. You want just the water to move, not the dirt. Okay, you only want the dirt to move when you're stratifying and when you're washing it into the pan. Pretty clean. We're going to go ahead and start washing it. Now, a lot of the dirt is going to move because it's pretty light. So you want to do it about 3 or 4 times. Stratify again. So all that gold that's in there has a chance to move through the dirt and fall to the bottom of the pan. What's going on, STG? Like I said, I like to do it about 4 or 5 times. Stratify, that might have been 5 or 6. And you want the dirt to move, not a lot at the same time, but you do want it to move, right? So your angle is very important. Now in a second here, when we get to the bottom, you're going to see more black sands. Typically when you find black sands, that's where you're going to find, no problem, buddy. Typically when you stratify and you find gold, you're going to find it with black sands because black sands are the heavier material. So in a second here, you're going to see we're going to find more black sands in a second here. Yeah, the Goldburn is super cool. He's a great guy, close friend. So if you're looking for pay dirt, you can get it from him. But the half-gram beginner bag's nice. Stratify. Let's get all that stuff sunk to the bottom again. Gonna wash it up. Just dirt in there right now, but I can guarantee you there's gold in the bottom of that. So you can see the dirt's getting darker and darker. More and more black sands. Now with the double bumper, when your black sands start getting towards the second bumper, you have a chance to lose gold. So you want to make sure that you try to keep it within the first one. If it starts getting to the second one, you want to pull it back, stratify. And get that lighter material on the top again and start washing it off more. The reason I pour the water out all the way before you start washing it is so the lighter material sticks, because if there's water in there still, you can do that and then wash all your gold out in one sweep. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure you're taking just that lighter material off the top. Stratify, wash. You guys are chatting to me. I can't see because I'm paying attention to the panning. You start seeing that we're going to get to the point where we're going to start seeing some gold, but all that material is pretty dark. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Alright, now let's pan it back, see if we can find some gold in here. Hardly ever a time where I won't find something in one of every pan. And here's where you want to go really slow. As you see, as we wash, the dirt is washing down, but we still have that pile up there. We don't want all of it to end up at the bottom right away. That means we're washing the gold away. So make sure you tap. And that it helps the gold sink to the bottom of that crevice that we're talking about. We'll wash it back some more. As you see, there's black sands coming down every time I wash. We don't want all of it to come down. We just want little bits to come down at a time. So it'll actually show the gold that we want it to show. Let's go ahead and tap it forward again. And then wash it back again, nice and slow. Now you can see, I can see the black sands moving as I wash the water over it. You don't need a lot of movement. You just need to put the water over it and then wash it down, and the black sands will move with it. The gold will stay in one spot. Tap it forward again, which helps separate the sands from the gold, and then you can start washing it down some more. And look, we got more gold. So gold's not magnetic, right? And there are some magnetic sands or some sands that you can pick up with a magnet, but I don't do that. I just I pan the gold. I do classify those. Some people don't classify. Missed some gold on the cleanup. There we go. No gold left. We're getting quite a bit of gold at the bottom of that thing now. Mostly chunks. Sunflower gold now, but mostly chunks. What's up, Mike, for Democracy? What's going on? Yeah, we're paying for some gold right now. Get more scoops. Let's find some shiny. I'll explain that right now. You mean like when I tip it upside down like this, why isn't it falling right out? So gold's very heavy, right? So here, let me explain. This tube goes down to almost, that touches the bottom, right? So if you lift it up and you squeeze it, all the gold's already fallen to the bottom where the tip of the tube's not, right? So when I squeeze it out, all the gold's here and it's just pushing out the water. If it'll get to that point right now, right? But all the gold is still down here, right? Now, when I tip it over, the gold falls to the bottom, just sitting there. That tube in the center makes it so it just kind of rolls around. And you can put that tube in multiple places. I mean, if I took the tube and put it all the way out, when I squeezed it, I could squeeze out the gold. But I don't do that. I push it all the way in, leave about that much room. So I have a big long hose where there's no chance of the gold going into the tube at all in any direction I move it to. And that is the best stuffer bottle, the Garrett Gold Guzzler. The best one on the market. Need some more water. Always stratify. Make sure that gold falls to the bottom again. Pour your water out before you start doing your rinsing. Now it's going to move a lot of material because it's pretty light. You just don't want all of it to wash away in every one. If you're moving a lot of material, you gotta stratify more often to make sure you're still moving it to the bottom and you're not losing it through. I do have my daughter tomorrow, Lisa. This is a bucket or a container that I put jet dry in and added water to. Definitely not toilet water, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know if she's watching right now. She would have said something if she was, but hopefully she's not. But she doesn't know it, but we're going to go bowling tomorrow. I'm going to take her to the bowling alley. We're going to go bowling. I don't think so, bro. I don't think much can increase your luck when it comes to panning except for patience. That's funny. Yeah, see, the thing about it is like my daughter's is a 3D printed one, so it does good because it's coarse, but it's still super shiny, right? I use this one. You can get a black one, a blue one. I mean, ultimately, the whole thing about it is you just want to make sure that it's seasoned well. The reason you season it is because if you don't season it, when you wash it back, the gold will actually move across the pan instead of actually staying in the pan or on the pan because it's coarse. I'm getting down there. I'm going to wash this a couple more times. I did say season it. And that doesn't mean putting salt and pepper on it hidden. So we're just going to pan this back. It's not too much material, but it is a bit. I've panned back more material before, and it just takes a minute. You don't want too many sands to move at the same time. Nice and slow, especially when it gets to this point, because you're going to see sands moving, but you don't see them on camera all that much. Okay, but as you watch it, you can actually see the pile go from dirt to dirt to dirt to gold. Resin, have a great night, bro. Or girl, I'm sorry. Resin, please, sorry. I forget. Please have a great night. So what I just did by tapping it on the side was I moved the gold away from any sand that was there a second ago. And now all the sand is in the bottom here, and all the gold's on the top there. So I'm just going to move it around, tap it forward, put it in one centralized spot. Got my sniffer bottle. Create the suction I'm going to need. And more gold. And Sky loves to pan. We got 35 awesome people in chat. 35 thumbs up. You guys fucking rock. Thank you all for being here. I'm glad you guys wanted to watch this because I really wanted to do something other than just chatting about coins because I love to pan for gold too. So thank you guys for wanting to watch this because I wanted to find some shiny. I'll find my shiny any way I can, whether that be in a gold pan, whether that be with my metal detector. It doesn't matter. I'll take the Mind Lab out as often as I can. Later, Hidden. Have a great night, bro. Sad you gotta go. We're gonna do nothing but find some awesome shiny, and you're gonna miss it. But that's alright. Have a great night. Oh yeah, bro. I was on Whatnot last night. Dig this, chat. On Whatnot last night in my buddy's room. In my buddy's room. Check this out. 3 spins. One for $24, one for $22, and one for $26. Okay? I hit an envelope all the way towards the end. Guess what I get? 5-gram gold bar, baby. 5-gram gold bar under $90. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, serpents? Under $90, you guys. That's what I'm fucking talking about. And so, just to let you guys know, when I say I'm lucky on Whatnot, I am lucky on Whatnot. So Donna and Nick both know, you guys, I do really, really well over on Whatnot, and my luck continues. You just finished with Dragoons? Nice. Yes, 5-gram bar under $90. I made a post about it, you guys. I posted it on Discord and on my actual channel showing you how many each spin was. And that I had 3 items purchased. Now, when I won my envelope, I was like, let's go, because you had a 1/4 ounce gold up there, a couple of grammars, the 5-gram. And I'm like, let's go gold. And everybody in chat already had multiple envelopes. And they're like, because it was towards the end of the game. And they're like, stay in your lane, Humble. Humble, did you see my comment above? No, Lisa, I'm sorry. It's hard to keep up with chat sometimes. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a second. Did you see my question, Humble? Blaine dropped 5 memberships. I didn't. Blaine, you dropped 5 memberships? Bro, I'm sorry. I didn't see it. Thank you so much. Catcon, what's going on? You want somebody buy 6 ounces of gold for 30,000 or whatnot? That's not extremely out of line. I mean, gold selling for what? You know, and they're selling it for 500, $500 more per ounce. I guess it depends on when they were buying it. Blaine, if you dropped 5 memberships, bro, I appreciate you. Thank you. For some reason, didn't see it. How was your guys' stream with Dragoons? Or with Dragoon? He's an awesome guy. I'd love for him to be up on his channel one day. That'd be awesome. He's pretty cool. Oh, that's cool, Donna. At least you got to see it. Well, Catcom, it almost looked like you didn't pay your internet bill for a minute there. Just saw a spinning circle, spinning circle. Yeah, Silver Dragon. We're paying for some gold right now. We've got quite a bit actually so far. Figure we mixed it up a little bit. I asked Chad if they wanted to see some panning, and they said yeah. So I'm like, fuck it, let's grab a bag. Had to switch from Firefox. I prefer Firefox, but it was always more of a gaming search engine for me that I used it for. I don't know. We're going to paint it back. We're going to see if we can't find us some gold. Not too much at a time. Nice and slow. Patience is the best part about this part. It's all a matter of patience. Tap it forward. Make sure that you get your gold all centralized in that crevice. Nice and slow. Little bit of sand moving at a time. You don't want a whole lot moving at once because this gold's going to move with that dirt really easy because it's really heavy. But as you see, we got some shiny there. We just got to separate it from the sand. But he's had to wait for a swag from me because it got returned. Because apparently I didn't put enough postage on it. It said postage needed, which was horseshit. Good old USPS. Right. So let's get all that centralized in one spot. Let's see if we can get these last few bits of gold to be in one spot so I can snuffer them up without having to worry about picking up a whole bunch of sand. Cool thing about tapping on the side, what does it do? It moves to the side. show that send away. There we are. So we'll suffer that up. 30 people watching. Yes, every pan I've had has that gold so far. 37 awesome people in chat. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. So let's snuffer up our gold. No gold left. Now, of course, I always go through this again. Take it, dry it out, put it in the pan, put it in the oven, let it cook for about 35 minutes, dries it out really, really good. Then take it, do this the whole process all over again. 41 people in fucking chat. You guys are amazing. You all rock. I appreciate you all for being here. See if we can't find some more shiny. But yes, we've had gold in every pan so far. I thought a couple of 1/10 would roll out. Nope, not today, bro. That 5 gram bar for the pickup I got, man. I can't wait for that thing to come. I'm super stoked. That's the same room I won my Carson City from. One season to pan. You take your pan, and what you do is you either use an SOS pad, a really, really stiff green scrubber, but I prefer an SOS pan or rocks and dirt, however you want to do it. But you want to scratch the surface of the pan to the point where the water doesn't beat up anymore. It'll actually stay on the pan. Trouble One, what's going on, buddy? Sandpaper works really well too, Wolf. But you want to season your pan before you attempt to pan with it. It is very fun. Troubled One had his he had his Patreon giveaway today, and he actually gave away 2 things because he said he did it late. So that was awesome. Tio, when's the dono bag giving? You guys, Troubled One does pay dirts, okay? And what he does, he also does a dono bag giveaway. So what he does is you can buy 10 spots and be put into a raffle drawing with a chance to win gold. And the more people are in on the dono bag, the higher the amount of gold goes. I won a 1 gram bag on the dono bag one time from T.O. Many months ago, but I did win one from him once. And if you guys don't know, I max out my spots almost every month with Trouble One for that dono bag, because it not only gives me a chance to win a good, decent bag of pay dirt, but also supports another YouTuber. That's totally cool. He's always in my chat supporting me. and he's got good dirt. I bought many bags from Troubled One, and my daughter has panned many bags from Troubled One as well. So let's pan this back. Let's see if we can find some shiny. We've literally found shiny in every pan so far, so we're not doing too bad. A little too much water in there. Now, if you got too much water in your pan, you'll see that the dirt doesn't wash back like it's supposed to. It's very easy to separate it. You just pour a little back and start washing again. And then you'll see little bits washing like you need to. You can always add more water if you take out too much, but always don't be afraid to adjust your water level because that does help quite a bit when you're panning it back. Now, Trouble One is so good when he pans, he doesn't pan it back. He's just fucking a badass. He makes it look very, very easy when he pans. He doesn't by either. He's a true rock star when it comes to panning. Well, two different styles, two different pans, and he's got way more experience. So let's dig some shiny. Look what we got. Nice little smile there. Every pan's had a bit of gold in it, so let's go. Jaime, what's up, buddy? Think we got it all. If I'm out in the wild and I have actually been on the river looking for gold, you have to read the river. There's a way to read a creek or a river as well, and to know where to look for the gold because you can start digging in all kinds of places and not find anything. Right? So ultimately, when you're in a stream, you can look for big rocks that would displace water. So like a big boulder towards the outside of the stream, towards the edge. You're going to see this big boulder, right? And then on the backside, you're going to see all different shapes of rocks. You're going to see ones this big. You're going to see some this big. You're going to see smaller gravel, things like that. But all behind the rock, right? Because the water washes, hits the rock, and all that momentum slows down. So any gold that's in there is going to sit and puddle up on the backside of the rock because it's not going to have any more momentum. Right? So it's going to slow down, and that gold is so heavy it's going to drop. And that's the places where you're going to want to look in a river. Also around a bend where the water comes in really fast and then slows down as it's coming around a bend. That's a good spot for gold to accumulate on the edge of the rocks, towards the edge of the bank. Also, when you're out looking for bedrock is everywhere. You don't even realize it's bedrock when you're looking at it. Bedrock is a natural sluice pan. So if it's got grooves in it, you can find chunks of gold just chilling in those grooves because it was heavy, hit the groove, fell to the bottom, and there's not enough momentum with water washing over it to make it come back out. Right? So you can look in crevices and stuff. It's just, you can find gold in many places in a creek or a river. It's weird being in the position we're in, stacking, collecting for many years, and now not sure or liquidating to a degree. Yeah, it depends on where you're at in your journey, though, right? Right, Jaime. I mean, that's how I would look at it. I'm still in the accumulation phase of my journey, so I'm not looking to liquidate anything. But some people are. Some people are changing their stacks. I have always been fond of gold, but I'm truly a silver stacker. And I've got a lot of collecting pieces, collection pieces as well, but I'd like to consider myself a silver stacker. So I will always have silver, even if I convert some. But we stack silver to get to the gold. Not all of us have hordes of gold lying around like you do, Jaime. Jaime's display is one silver piece and 35 gold ounces. So much shiny. But Jaime was able to buy when gold was really cheap. You guys got to understand, when if you've been stacking for a while, you knew when gold was cheap, you knew when silver was cheap. So you were able to, I mean, you've been stacking for a long time. So you're picking it up at less than what we're at now. We're looking at gold going, oh, I can't spend $4,600 on an ounce of gold. But, you know, when you got in at the right time, you could have been spending 1,200, 1,500, 2,000, 1,700. I mean, half of what it is now, or a fraction of what it is now. Give me a second, my back's starting to hurt. Ugh. So if you get in at the right time, you know. I didn't see who got the memberships. Did you guys see who got the memberships? Oh, Jaime, did you guys see? I don't know if you guys noticed this or not. What's up, Fingers 9? Next time I'll ask what's at Spot and Course and ASE. Yes. Um, you guys noticed there's the petition for dropping the metals tax in Washington State went through, so they're going to be dropping the metals price taxes on Washington State soon. How fucking sick is that? I haven't, but I'll check in with him. I sent him a message too. I know he's busy, but I sent him a message too. I'll see where we're at, Nick. I mean, at this point, if you can't do it, I'd almost rather him just send it back so I can give it to 3D or Bear. But I don't think that's the case. I just think that he's super busy. I mean, he works like 16 hours a day. Really, that is awesome. That'll make it much better. That will. The only difference is you won't be able to use your, pay the same exact way as before to like double tap on points and stuff like that. But I think that in the long run, it'll still be a way better setup for you. Brendan's a pretty cool dude, and if you go in and build a relationship with him, which I know you can, he'll take care of you. I think he was super excited to meet some of my friends. So, remote viewer, you want a GA today? Or did you do a GA today? Look at that. More gold yesterday. And this is a great investment, you guys. If you're going to start panning, make sure you have a squirt bottle too. Helps with things like this. Watch. Some black sands in there still. There we go. Nice and clean. Let's get her snuffered up. Clean pan, guys. Clean pan. No cyanide. Wow. That's correct. No cyanide. Me and my people don't get along with cyanide very well. Catcom. Sorry about that. Humble stacker. Once you have your gold panned, how do you determine the purity? So, you can bring it. You can bring it somewhere and have it tested, just the same. I can bring it to any LCS and they can still test it for me. But ultimately, that's how I normally do it. But where I get the gold from, the person I get it from, typically your most of your placer gold, you're anywhere between 16 to 18% in most cases. Thing with placer gold is, as a raw gold, it carries carat. Carat. I said that the stuff that he puts in here with the gold that I've been getting from him recently is 22 karat, is what he said. Because that's the purity of the gold that he buys, and that's what he puts in it. That's true. That's true. If you don't have an LCS, you can still test it on like a Sigma or something. But keep in mind, you got to have a bunch. It's got to be centralized in order for it to detect it. Let's see if we can't find some more shiny. Oh, do 3 scoops this time. It doesn't matter because I'm gonna end up panning all of it. So I'm like very confident that no matter what, I'm gonna see gold in every pan because we've seen gold in every pan, and it's a 1 gram bag. So when you have a 1 gram bag, you're bound to have that much gold in it, to where you pretty much get gold in every bag. And most pay dirt vendors, when they put bags together, they do an assortment of the gold for a reason. So you have gold in every pan when they put it together. I know T.O. is really good about making sure that every pan that you pan with his pay dirts has gold in it as well. There's never been a time where I've scooped dirt into a pan from T.O.'s pay dirts and never had gold in it. Just like Gold Baron. My hand is starting to cramp. Let's go. We're getting down to the nitty gritty now. Let's pan her back. Let's see what we got. Got 34 awesome people in chat still. Let's go. Ooh, we got some more shiny here. Look at that. Hell yeah. No, we're shiny. Nice bag. Nice bag so far. Gold in every band. And silver. That's right. We got a grammar in there too. Get some more water in this pan. So keep in mind you will run out of room in your pan because dirt's coming out of this and going in there, right? So you keep adding water so you can have water to wash away because it keeps disappearing. Goes in the side basin. More dirt, less room. 37 awesome people here. You guys all rock. I appreciate you all for being here. Stratify. Let's get them light sands washed away. Get down to the nitty gritty. Find us some more shiny. So yeah, I'm gonna take the kiddo bowling tomorrow. I'm totally excited. I haven't been bowling in a long time. Kind of do like a daddy-daughter date. All right, let's find some shiny, huh? Come on, baby. Let's see that golden smile. Come on. Show me the money. So there was a glimmer of doubt that I wouldn't find gold in this pan, but of course I did. It's right there. Stratify. All right. Clean pan. No gold. All right, you guys, we're getting close. We're getting close. We're probably got about 2 more pans after this one, maybe 3. And then we're weighing up the gold and finding out how much our take is. Now, of course, keep in mind we are guaranteed 1 gram. There is a place not far from where I live called Yellow Bottom because gold was found there a long time ago. People camp and pan there still. Public land. I might go and get some dirt. Dude, that would be awesome. So there's a place, there's a beach here. It's called Cape Disappointment. And the sands are black. Just black sands everywhere. You can go and get harvest buckets of dirt and bring them home. Take them home and pan them and get gold out of it. There's YouTube videos of people panning on the beach with a sluice, like a high banker, pulling gold out of the sand right there on the beach. Okay, so sadly enough, listen, you guys. Sadly enough, if you want to do if you guys want to do panning and you want to get a starter kit, okay, now I would never promote you buy anything other than this from this person. Klesh Gold has a great starter kit. You get a pan, you get a strainer, you get a Garrett snuffer bottle, you get a green pan, and you get a 1/4 gram bag of dirt. It's like $50. Okay, it's a great starter kit. Now, after you buy the kit, if you buy from him, after you buy the kit, you go somewhere else and you buy your dirts because he rapes you on the price of his pay dirts are horrible. Okay, but for the starter kit, for everything that you get with the starter kit, it's a great price. And I know, I hate to say it, and a trouble one's gonna probably, because everybody started with Klesh. I hate to say it, but most people started panning Klesh pay dirt. Okay, I started with Klesh. I know B&B pay dirt started with Klesh. I know Trouble One has panned Klesh pay dirt. See, there it is. He started with Klesh too. Now the thing about it is, Klesh has. If he wasn't such a douche, and I hate to say this on a live, but if he wasn't such a douche when it comes to the way he treats people when it comes to his pay dirts and the prices, he has so much influence. He could have done so much for the panning community, but he doesn't. So that's that. But for a starter kit, for a just get started, you get a 1/4 gram bag of dirt, a pan, a strainer, a Garrett sluice snuffer, yeah, and a 1/4 gram bag of pay dirt for like $50. It was a great deal. But after you buy all that stuff and you get that kit from him, you can buy another kit online for $36. The problem with that is you're getting all this stuff and you're not getting any real gold. You're getting a small little sample bag of pay dirt, and it's really not worth it. But if you buy the starter kit from Klesch, you get a beginner bag, a quarter-gram beginner bag, and all the stuff. And it was just a really good deal at the time. But don't buy anything else from after that, because he really just takes advantage of people. But you can piece together a kit for cheap. You could buy a kit online, like everybody is saying, for $36, $37, and be set with it. But then you have to buy your pay dirt. But if you're going to buy something and get started with it, the Klesch setup is the best one. I hate to say it, but and it's very easy to understand why, because your first crack walk is always free. I'm not promoting smoking crack or doing anything, but your first crack rock is always free. That's why they always get you. That's how they get you. First one's free, then they hook you, right? So he hooks you on the $50 starter kit, and then he gets you on the pay dirts every time after that, because you're constantly buying from him, because he's got a guaranteed bag. It's just expensive. I've always gotten the amount of gold that he guaranteed in his bags. It's not worth what he charges for them. He doesn't get you on the first, he gets you on the initial return. Just like the car dealership. They don't make money on the sale, they make money on the maintenance, guys. That's why they give you a maintenance package when you buy a new car. Say, hey, guess what? You can have 2 years worth of free oil changes here. Train you to go to the dealership. I worked at one. Trust me, I know. Yeah, he does have his own claim. Well, that pen was a little scarce, but there's still gold. It's enough for this gold up. They're pretty good about making sure I didn't pick up a whole lot of debris along the way, too, so the cleanup should be pretty quick, which is awesome. That makes it so I don't have to paint it back a whole bunch more. I will have to paint it back a little bit, but it's going to make it a lot cleaner. Water's so dirty at this point, I don't care. But it's to keep it as clean as long as possible, like Tio said, Swag Dad. That's why I have the double basin going. You don't have to have a double basin, but I did it because it helps keep it cleaner longer. And this essentially is just an oil change container. Like you go to Walmart or whatever, you go to the automotive department and buy the plastic basin. You could probably get one at the dollar store even if they make one big enough. Might be panning his dirt before he mails it out from the reviews I've seen. Hey, you never know. But I haven't bought dirt from Clash or even watched any of his stuff in a long time. I used to watch his stuff all the time. I was watching Clash panning his pay dirt. My daughter talked me into creating a YouTube channel. She said, Dad, you're watching this guy do it. I know you can do the same thing. Why don't you just create a channel and have people watch you do it instead? Those were exact words. So then I created a stacking channel. Like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it this way. And that's how my YouTube channel got created. Because my almost 12-year-old said, hey, Dad, do this. Like, you know what? I can do that. And I did. And I have met some amazing people along the way. 34 of them, which are in chat right now. We're panning some pay dirt. We're finding some shiny. We found shiny in every pan so far, and I doubt we're not going to find shiny in this one. So, come on. Getting down to the end here. A lot of those dark sands starting to work their way up. Those are the dark sands I was telling you about, the black sands. Swag Dad, you guys. Let's pan this back and see if we can't find us some shiny. Heavy pans, baby, heavy pans. Always want heavy pans when you're panning for gold. The reason you want heavy pans is because gold is heavy. If you have a heavy pan, that means you got good gold. We're going to have some gold in this one. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate. I'm going to make sure I don't wash any of this gold away. Wash it. Yeah. There we go. There's a little more over here too. They can wash away. Get that cleaned up. So yes, literally have found gold in every pan. Hell yeah. I think we have probably. Maybe we do this last pin. A lot of material in there. That is true, Swag Dad. However, the more you do it, the better chance you have of finding the amount of gold you're supposed to. And if you buy a guaranteed bag, that bag will have that guaranteed amount of gold in it. So whether you find it or not, it's there. That just means you pan it again until you find it. And that's a way for you to perfect your skills before you even think about going to the river. Can't even moor ahead without feeling like your brain's being stabbed. Reading description of different sized bags, it sounds promising. The fact they tell you to repay for fines. Yeah, you just keep going over it, man. Just keep going over it. And honestly, you probably won't find all the gold in the first run, which is fine because I didn't find all the gold. You know what? I won a bag. I won a bag on Miller Prospecting. I won a bag from Culver Prospecting. Okay. It was so clay-like that I could not find any gold but a little bit. So what I did was I put all of it back in the thing, let it dry out. I sat on that stuff for about 6 months, panning other dirts and other shit like that. Finally dipped back into that thing and found all the gold I was supposed to. It was just too difficult of a bag for me at the time. My skills weren't what they needed to be. But I figured it out, perfected my skills some, and then gave it another run. I should get the Iron Death. No, it does not sound fun. Want to know why that does not sound fun? Because that is full of black sands, and that's probably one of the most difficult bags you could put in. We are almost done with the last pan. We're going to find out how much shiny we have in a second here. We'll pan this back, find out what we have left in here, and then we'll do a snuffer dump. And we'll look at all the gold, and then we'll do a dry out and a weigh in. The dry out used to take me a while, but I found a nice little pan that I can put on my stove, and it dries it out rather quickly. The Stagecoach Robbery is a good one too. I wanted to get that one from him. It's got a lot of provenance with it. It's a pretty cool looking bag. If you guys got the iron, I would not be panning it live. I would be cussing the whole time, you guys. Just pissed. Come on. Anyway, a bit of material, but that's okay. We're gonna pan it back because I'm running out of room on the other one, so I can't really pan it the way that I should. I've got too much material in the pan. We'll find out what we have left in this last pan. And then, like I said, we'll do a snuffer dump and we'll find out what it looks like before we weigh it up. There should be. Not bad at all. Nice last pan. Nice last pan. Lisa Anderson, have a great night. See if we can get the last few little bits of sand out of there so I can snuffer it up. I think that's about it. Nice. Gold gone, baby. Gold is gone. Okay. Here we go. Let's see what's in the old snuffer here, huh? Ping the pan. I can't ping the pan. We'll get there, guys. Give me a second here. Look at that. That is a nice bag. Oh, over here? Possibly. I don't think so, though. No, there might be one or two. There is one. So it just stuck to the bottom of the pan over here instead of moving when I needed it to. You see, I just moved it all the way across the pan, and now it's all the way over here. This part takes a second. All right, that's pretty good. One more tiny little couple flakes I gotta pick up real quick. All right, all the gold is picked up. It is in the snuffer bottle. We're gonna go weigh it. We go dry it. Then when we come back, we're gonna weigh it. Find out how much gold we got out of the tape. I think we're gonna be close to a little over a gram because it's gonna be a guaranteed gram no matter what. But pretty sure it's gonna be a little over. You guys, I will be right back. Gonna go dry this out. Give me 2 seconds. Almost done, you guys. All right. We got some dried gold. So let me find my boat. Scale. Oh. Yo, B Taylor, what's up, brother? Ain't seen you in a minute. Thanks for popping by, man. Like watching paint dry. All right, let's see what we come up at. Half gram, 3/4. We're at 1.083. 1.083. Not bad. Guaranteed gram. Of course, got the guaranteed gram. That's what she looks like all dried out. Oh, hold on. Let me change this real quick. This thing's hot still. All right. Let's see that. Look at all that shiny. Me too. I think there's more. So Swag Dad, actually, I'm sending some gold to the broke stacker to melt me something. I'm gonna send him about 9.5 grams. He's gonna pour me a humble stacker button, something like that. But that wasn't a bad take at all. 1.087, yeah. Yeah, that wasn't a bad take. Yes, now we can do a ping. We can do a ping. Let's get that shit going, huh? You guys been patient enough. Got all my older gold vials. I'll put them all in one thing here and we'll see how much they weigh. Alright, let's bring this ATB. Let's see what she sounds like, huh? We know we've all been waiting for. Pinging is what I started coming here for. I'll get it. Remote. We'll do it. Fake. Yeah, it's not fake. Say what you want. There we go. Alright. That's what I'm talking about. So let's weigh up all this gold. Every 5 likes I have to stop and ping. $2.137. Come on. Get this stupid plug out without trying to knocking all the gold everywhere. 3.13. Oh, this is the one that has the most gold in it. In weight comparison. $8.02. 8.13. And then all the nuggets. $8.192. And now the nuggets. 9.65 grams of gold. Then I'm going to send to him to melt into something for me. That's not a bad bar. A little 9-gram bar, because I'll probably lose about 0.6. So yeah, not a bad hoard. Hold on. I've got another 5 grams sitting over there that I could add to this, but I don't want to. So we're going to put it into a bigger vial. Just what you need another hobby. It's a fun hobby, buddy. So that is not a bad vial of gold. None of those are going to work. So this is a 1 ounce vial. Yeah, that is fast, bro. So yeah, not a bad vial of gold. And gold is heavy. Like when you move it, you can feel it clink from one side to the other. Want to see a non-addict act like an addict? Watch Humble drop it in the carpet. Oh yeah, you would watch me carpet surfing like a motherfucker. You know you would. But Humble's not going to drop it in the carpet. No matter how much you'd like to see that. Oh, it's still going to be probably around the same average because it's all mainly gold from very similar people. But ultimately, it would need to be. So the way this works, okay? Is I'll explain. Is you take this and you put it in a crucible and you melt it, right? And then you put flux in there and borax, and what that does is it helps separate any impurities that are in here away from it. So at the end, when it's all done, you're going to have one bar that's silver and gold, with maybe a Scotia copper, but I doubt it. And that's how the purity is determined as to how much gold and how much silver is in that bar. Now you can send it somewhere and have it separated, silver and gold, and then you're looking at 999. So what am I getting? The Juggernaut? The AU Juggernaut? I don't think I could ever afford that thing. I would do it though. Trust me, that would be awesome, but I couldn't afford that thing. Fake my ass. Anyways, you guys, what are we at? We're at 2.5 hours right now. It's 11:21. I had no idea how long it took me. I appreciate you guys for being here. We still got 27 people in chat, 50 likes. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm sitting here chewing on that. Well, I would pan more pay dirt. I'll pan more pay dirts in the future. It looks purple on your screen. Well, you did think 2 shades of blue were the same color, so I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if you were a little colorblind and your screen was fucked up. All right, you guys. Well, I'm gonna call it a night. I gotta work tomorrow. I will do this again, you guys. Nah, call me when we're done. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great night. Like I said, stack what you can where you can. Okay? Don't be afraid. Just keep adding that stack, whether that be a dime, a silver, quarter, a 50-cent piece. It don't matter. Just keep adding. Whether it be pan, pay dirt, getting gold. I mean, it's gold, you guys. That is gold. That's gold I pulled for some dirt. How awesome was that? You guys have a great night. I'll talk to you all later. Peace.